Okay. Clear the throat here because this album review is oh my. This is my first attempt at making an album review through camera, and this is like the 5th take here. But I want to talk about a new up-and-coming noise album that caught my eye when I seen it on Bandcamp with the album cover. And as you know, I've started this channel to be a music blog, and I'm going to review incredibly silly music, as you can tell by my t-shirt, the Insane Clown Posse. I know, calm down. I used to listen to them a lot. But, this album is genuinely one of the most unique pieces in noise music I have ever heard, really. And I'm going to be talking about this thing for ages to come and trying to recommend it to as much people as I can because this needs attention. Oh my lord, it's so good. This is Drumming at the Far Distant End of a Waxed String by Optic Chain. This was released by Hibernation Leather, which is an Irish label that it is a label that puts out drone, experimental noise music, as you'd come to expect. But this album isn't just all entirely noise music, because you get hints of ambient music, of electronic music, especially in the intro. Bowels of the Bell, which is an incredibly aggressive start to the album and just really ties you in for what you're in for, but it's more palatable, so I guess it sounds like you're getting trapped into something that maybe you're like, okay, maybe I understand noise music now, and then you hear the next two songs really, and it's like, okay, I was wrong, what am I am in for a not so pleasant treat. Because the next two songs, Murmur and Knitted to the Sod of Nothing, are very much glitchy noise tracks with a lot of grit to them, but I still find them unique in the field of bland noise music. I am very picky with the noise music I choose to partake in, but I would say that these two songs really do make the difference between good and bad noise. And the next song is Likeness. Likeness is my favorite song on the album. If I was going to tell you to listen to any song on here, you should listen to the whole thing, but listen to Likeness because it feels like a dystopia. Like a dystopian setting, but at the end it's like it rebuilt itself. So, travel 1,000 years into the future when we're all gone and they have flying cars and talking aliens and we're all robots. Think of that society being torn to the ground, but it gets rebuilt somehow, and they're coming together and they're making something. It's hard to explain, but I think of a dystopia and it being rebuilt at the end when I hear this song. It's an amazing song and very ambient-like, but very noisy too, and some cool, fantastic synth textures I could not recommend enough. Oh, okay. Arms of the Twisting Necks. This is like very cavernous noise music. It sounds like a basement noise show from outer space. It's odd, and I love it. I wouldn't say it's, one of the standouts of this album, but it's still, I wouldn't have taken it off. Although I would probably say I remember maybe the least about this song. It's okay though. I do enjoy this song. I know it kind of sounded like I'm hating on it for a second, but I promise you, I'm actually enjoying this. I'm taking that blanket away. High Velocity Ball Bearing is very alien-like and just super cool, outer-worldly synth textures. It sounds like if you were sitting on one planet and then you squeeze another planet right next to your planet and you record they're both simultaneously laying down an ambient piece and a noise piece, and they're just coming together, and it's amazing sounding. I love High Velocity Ball Bearing. Hydrophobia is a crazy song because it has these voice samples in it, and it's just so cool. And we're getting to a psychedelic turn in this album that is really, really cool, and I would say is the highlight of the piece. This album gets better as it goes on, with the exception of Likeness, which is placed at the beginning of the album. it grabs your attention so hard. Anyone who is remotely into experimental music should hear this album because it's so good. The song 7:30 is utterly psychedelic, and it is this point in the album. I am hair flipping a lot tonight. I'm sorry. This is odd. I can't stop playing with my hair. 7:30 is an amazing song, and it is this point in the album where I run out of things to say because I'm just laying back with my eyes open, just staring into the ceiling, and it's like, oh my god, this is a beautifully crafted piece of music. And I wish 7:30 was the 7th song on the album, but it's the 8th. Who cares though? It's just be silly. It's very psychedelic, and I love it. 7:30 is another highlight for me because it incorporates that ambient texture into it, and it feels halfway like you're being thrown by some space giant across the outer cosmos, and then half like you're in bed just about to go to sleep. It's a weird but really great song, and that might be a unique experience to me, but I would say that this is one of just the second best song in the album. Nothing will beat Likeness in my opinion, and the last song is hard to explain, quite literally as that is the title, and I do feel like it is a hard to explain song because what genre even is this at the end of the day with all these synths playing into it, all these drum patterns laying into it, and they're not normal drum patterns either. They're like if an alien listened to an 8-second drum pattern loop but only heard about 4 seconds of it and tried to replicate it the best it can within 10 seconds. That's what these drums sound like, and they're so freaking cool, and they're not oversaturated in the mix, and they're kind of undersaturated in the best way possible, and I just don't understand how people haven't grasped onto this so heavily yet. I think it's important that everyone listen to this album if you are into noise music, as I believe this is one of the most unique albums I've heard in that genre, and God, go support the Hibernation Leather label on Bandcamp, as I believe their only social media is Bandcamp. If not, please prove me wrong down below. They are an amazing label and release amazing things. This has been my first music review. I'm only going to review albums I enjoy because I don't want to hate albums on the internet. Thank you for staying with me for this. This is Amora's Mockingbird Mike. Bye-bye. Hold up. Green. Ooh, I like this color.